Yeah, this is a kerosene heater I have that I've been successfully using ultra low sulfur diesel with 3 ounces of isopropyl alcohol per gallon of ultra low sulfur diesel BP brand actually. What I've been determining though is probably finding out is that I probably got 100. Well, I'm sure I have 100% cotton wick. This was made in 1987. As a matter of fact, I remember one time I tried to burn a wick in a small little section. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's you'll burn it up, man. Actually, what the hell is it? Well, you can't see it too well but it's on this side. I actually burned up the wick one time some years ago by dry burning it or some shit. But it's been working great with diesel. So I'm going to take out the wick. Actually, I'm going to probably take off this tray and rust proof the crap out of it, because I'm thinking, wow, man, these are the ones you want. You don't want these newfangled shit that don't work with diesel. So let's double check what we got. I'm sure I have 100% cotton wick, because back in the day I don't think they even had fiberglass wicks or anything with fiberglass in them, because I remember, and I didn't even know people could dry burn wicks. I didn't even know that. I was just remember from the way it used to be, is that you never dry burn a wick. That's the 100% cotton wick. I know I got that type, but we're going to verify that now. Take this thing apart. Well, that's the wick. I mean, the top part of it looks kind of black and stuff. It's kind of charred, but looks like it's all cotton to me. I don't know. I mean, I can't really tell you what the hell is going on with this thing, exactly why it works. It just works. But it's so old. That's all I remember. Back in the day, they were only 100% cotton wick. So I don't know. What the hell can I tell you, man? Jeez. So should probably take some measurements on this freaking puppy to make sure. It just looks like a, I don't know, freaking wick. Let's take it out. Well, before I take it out, I cranked it up all the way with this, and it's, I don't know, it's a little bit crusty, but you could tell the fuel is right up in here. It's wet, see? I mean, it works fine, man. Yeah, it's all wet. You can feel it, it's wet. So, but this is the original wick from 1987, and I mean, I didn't use it every freaking season, but I know I used it several seasons. I used this damn thing at least, I don't know, a couple hundred times with kerosene, and I used it about 15 times with the diesel. Still works. Okay, so that's it. I mean, it looks like it's all cotton to me. I mean, that's kind of what I highly suspected. But, and just my measurements are, it's about 6 inches. You know, this band is 2 inches. It's about 1 inch of wick, or up from the band, and this part is about 3 1/4 inches diameter, outside diameter, maybe just a hair more, 3 3/8. I'd say a little more than 3 1/4, and like I said, about 6 inches on the wick. I mean, it looks like the same material all the way. I highly suspect it. I mean, I freaking knew this, because they never had fiberglass wicks way back. I don't think they never had them. I'm only remember the old shit, 2 inch band up here. So I'm probably gonna. This is a little crusty, but I don't know. It works. It works, but you got to remember, this has been used hundreds of times, man. So, I mean, maybe it goes up to right here. It's drawing the fuel up in there. It's working great. So anyway, meantime, I'm going to probably take off this bottom piece and hit it, sandblast it, Rust-Oleum rust killing primer, and fix it up, and put some truck bed lining on there. Yeah, and just to give a shot from the inside. Yeah, it looks like the same material all the way through. I mean, it's soaked with diesel fuel, but it looks like It looks like it's, yeah, it is. It's all cotton. I'm sure it is. So that's the trick. Maybe it's not even the alcohol, but you know, they didn't tell me that garbage about. Well, you got to figure what the hell the farmers probably have. They probably got some really old shit, right? Freaking 30 years ago or more. So that's probably why it's working. Yeah, I took the tray off. I'm gonna sandblast it. Probably sandblast along here too on the edge, and tape it off. Truck bed line it, because this is the seam where it could leak. And with rust killing primer, truck bed line it. Well, other kind of shit. But before I sandblast this, I'll put this all back together, cover it up with a plastic bag, and do all this stuff. So, yeah, it's one reason I don't like taking stuff apart, because I wind up doing more shit than I want to do. That's what happens. Yeah, while I was doing that video, I heard my air compressor go off, and this air hose end popped right the hell off. Actually, it goes on pretty tight, but you know what I'm going to do? I was thinking about crimping it a little bit too, but it's on there pretty tight. Plastic emblem, trim adhesive, clean it up chemically, and watch, it'll hold it. Because that shit, it'll never come off, man. I got another brand new air hose right here anyway, so you know, I might use that. I don't know. Well, anyway, shit happens.